So I really like these scenes. Juliet is finally talking about the power situation. Where does Silo 17 get its power?
Your generator is under 100 levels of water, so how are the lights on?
IT has its own power source, comes from the outside.
Where from the outside?
Just like
Okay, critical question. We
Mhm.
get no answers other than like some pointing.
Yep.
But Juliet, she doesn't do follow-on questions. But I guess the real question is, where is the power coming from? It's got to be coming from another silo, right?
Yep. Gotta be. Well, because the generator in this silo, silo 17, is underwater, which means not spinning and also
Right.
electrically connected. I mean, shorted out. So definitely not here.
So later in the episode, Lucas Kyle does that hard drive reading.
Mm-hmm.
And we see these tunnels coming off from IT and judicial.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the power is coming through there to a separate silo, which means
that's exactly right.
when the silos were originally created, there was an expectation that the silos would work together, I think. Share power, share people, share resources, maybe.
Or at least be redundant. So if if one silo's electrical power generation fails, then they can borrow from somebody else while they're getting their stuff repaired. Like, okay.
Yeah. Which does this mean Silo 18 is like self-enforced isolation by the Pact? Where there's like, we don't even know about the other silos. La 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 la.
La 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 la. Yeah, interesting. So Bernard does not know about the other silos, but that doesn't
Right.
mean that they're not still connected. Like he could be unaware that they're still connected and pulling power from other people. Possible.
Right. In fact, could Silo 17 be pulling power from Silo 18?
Possible.
I get that's possible.
I mean, I guess what is the ideal meshing network so that way if any one node fails, you can pull power from the others nearby? Actually, it
Yeah,
might be that hexagon thing that we drew last episode.
Yeah. I mean, you would want as much redundancy as possible so you connect all of the silos together in a mesh network, which means every silo gets connected to its nearest neighbors, however many there are. Probably 6, we're saying, maybe.
Yeah, man.
So it
I
could
guess that's
be
the ideal, right?
any of those, yeah. But gosh, freaking Silo is not scared. Like, if he loses power, he's dead. Like, he can't see.
Right.
He can't run IT.
Right.
How does he refrigerate his food? How does he get water from the pumps? Like, he is dead.
You're saying that
But-
it's weird that he like points around and doesn't know what's going on with the power connection, but it's
Right.
something that's so critical to his survival, and he hasn't checked it out to make sure, like, hey, if this thing fails, what's my plan? What's my exit plan? Like, what are my other
Right.
options? Actually,
And
exit
maybe
plan. Maybe he has a suit ready, right? Because
Actually-
if I was in this situation and I knew that my life depended on this one like literal lifeline, this electrical lifeline to another silo, and if that ever failed, I would have no way of getting power up in my own silo. I need to have an escape plan. I need to be ready to bounce.
That's right. So I need to have a suit, and I need to have light, and maybe some water and food in like a go bag.
Yep.
Maybe he does have it inside behind that vault door.
Wouldn't that be wild if he was a prepper? Wait,
how could you
in
not
this
be a
scenario,
prepper?
it would be okay to be a prepper. In this scenario.
No, what a prepper. We like people make fun of preppers because they like prep for a scenario that's extremely unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, being a prepper is just prudent.
Right. Wasn't it in this like prepper shows where they show like kind of crazy people? There was this one guy who called the COVID-19 like the toilet paper rush. He called it right. And people were like, why would you ever need so much toilet paper? But then there was a toilet paper rush. Like he called it. He was right.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I would not have anticipated that was the big panic buy, but
Right.
that's what
But his friends and family never hear the end of that.